everybody, this is Karl. Welcome to January. It's been long enough. I think 2020 was the longest year on record. Anyway, here we are. Welcome to 2021 and to a whole new year in the community. I want to particularly welcome all the new members who signed up in November and December. Please make yourself at home, look around, join us in our meetings. We are always doing something, and January is a perfect example of that. We kick off January 7th, first Thursday of the month, with what we call our Roundtable. So the Roundtable is an opportunity for us to meet somebody who isn't necessarily an IT nerd, not just another person who shows up on all the webinars, and have a conversation that is 100% business focused, that's useful to us because after all, even though we're in IT, we are business people and we need to have a business understanding about strategy and kind of what's going on in the world. So our guest on January 7th is Larry Mandelberg. He's a business coach and he's got a really great philosophy about how you systematically work on your success. And you know, he talks about there's some hard lessons that have to be learned. You know, one of the things he says is that businesses don't die, they commit suicide. In other words, they're not killed by outside forces, they're killed by inside forces. And so we're going to talk about what does that mean and how do you apply that within your own company. So one of the things that lots of members have taken advantage of, and it's really great for them, is our classes over at greatlittleseminar.com. I own several properties, of which Great Little Seminar is one of them. And I try always to make sure that you know, as a member, you will either get everything free or at a huge discount. As a rule, if you are a member with an annual subscription, you're going to get everything I produce for free, even if it's on other properties. If you're a monthly subscriber, then those classes are $99. Lots of other stuff is either free or very heavily reduced. So if you go online, go to your profile and do the drop down, there's a list of discounts that are specific to you based on your membership level. So get the codes there and then you can head to, for example, Great Little Seminar and take Lori Hartkey's class, which she's completely redone for this year. And it is on how to be a powerhouse of one. So for all of you who are sole proprietors and you want to be extraordinarily successful but not have employees, that class is absolutely for you. It's an amazing value at $300, even better at $99, and even better if it's free. So go check that out. Last year she had over 70 people registered for that class. Another one of my properties is the Relax, Focus, Succeed, and in particular, I started a couple months ago doing videos on something I call Cheeky Sales Coach, and if you go to cheekysalescoach.com, one of your discount codes on your drop-down will get you free access to the premium materials there. So we haven't put up a ton of free stuff yet, but we will. We're in the middle of that. I think this week we released our 8th episode of a 50-week video series called the Cheeky Sales Coach. So those are short, bite-sized pieces of information to help you with your sales process. And you get that for free at any level as long as you're a member of the community. If you're not a member of the community, it would be $99. So Lori's class starts on the 12th. On the 13th, I'm doing my annual State of the Nation address for SMB IT. Now, this is open to the whole world, but I highly encourage you to register for it. Take advantage of that. Make sure you register because this is my once-a-year look back on what happened with a little analysis and then forward about what I think is coming in the year ahead. So several people have told me, I'm really interested in your report card on your previous predictions for 2020. So I don't think I did too poorly, but please join me on the 13th. That's going to be on Zoom. The links are in the newsletter you received. Plus, of course, I'm going to blog about it and so forth. But do not miss my State of the Nation address. Also coming up, the third Thursday of the month is always our all-member meeting. So we've got quite a few cool things planned, including some serious information about Google Ads and kind of an opportunity for you to talk in a casual manner with a Google Ads specialist who I've worked with for a couple of years. So join us for the all-member meeting. And of course, if you have questions for that, we have a link right at the top of the membership forum so that you can send in a question. If you ask a question through the link, we will address those first. And then, of course, we'll go to live questions for everybody who's online. The weekly meetings have become more and more popular over time, and of course that means that the monthly meetings have been more popular. So get your question in early by filling out the form. And again, for both new members and old members, if you ever have any issues with our website, I know we have an overwhelming amount of stuff and it's sometimes hard to find. Kara will be happy to give you a guided tour. So she's put together some help videos, but if you can't find them, send her an email and she'll help you find those videos, and then be happy to schedule a tour of how we find things in the community, how things are organized and so forth. We put in gamification, I think in November, but maybe it might be December. But anyway, so there's ways that you can get points for participating in forums and so forth and so on. Make sure you check that out. And I highly encourage you to take advantage of the forums, post up questions there. We do monitor them. And we have lots of people who are happy to participate and to answer questions if they see them in the forums. Also, one of the things that we did in December was to have a 3-week class on the year of intention for 2021, goal setting and so forth. So that book is 100% member-only material, but if you're a member, you can just download it, get that book, and then you can also go through the 3-part class. So we did a 3-hour training where we kind of walked through some of the issues in the book, did a lot of Q&A and so forth. So if you haven't yet got a solid plan for 2021, I highly encourage you take advantage of that material. It is, again, 100% members only. Finally, a bit of a promise. I'm always trying to create more information and stuff to make you as successful as possible. And so in January, I'm going to be releasing some materials focused on remote sales. How to do remote sales, some tips and tricks on being successful with remote sales, even some information to help you get started, specifically using Zoom to make appointments and to close sales. So keep an eye out. All that will happen inside the community. I've got a blog, my normal blog that a lot of you are familiar with, but there's also the What's New, which is sort of a blog inside the community. If you ever hear about something, chances are pretty good you can go to the What's New section and instantly find out about it. So right now, if you go to the community drop-down, the first item on that is always What's New, and that will tell you about the Roundtable with Larry and all the other things that we have coming up. So check it out, give us your feedback. Thank you for being a member of the community. And now let's just go grab 2021 by the horns and make this a very successful year. For the Small Biz Thoughts Technology community, this is Karl wishing you the best of luck in your managed service business.